Everyone. I wanted to say hi again. This is going to be like same shirt, same day. I'm just trying to play catch up, y'all. Hi, my name is Carey, and I'm playing with my computer because I can't see what the hell's going on. I am Carey. I'm also known as the Patient Stitcher on YouTube and on Instagram. I still have, believe it or not, a ton of stuff to go over, to see, to do. One of the things, though, that I really want to do is, please forgive me, because guess what? I gotta reach down and grab my stuff because I ain't got no room. I work from home, so this week anyway, so like my little craft desk turns into a home office at the same time, and I just got told I'm off early, so I started my video. My last two videos were during lunch. I take advantage of all the free time I can lately. So please forgive me. I'm going to reach down and grab these. Okay. I should say, welcome to my channel. I think I already did that like 8 times today already. This is a channel about cross-stitching, or at least this episode is about cross-stitching. Like I've told you in a previous video, I do believe I'm going to try to do a few other things. I do so many things. Sewing bags, which I'm about to do there. But I wanted to announce the winners of my Flosstube video from Flosstube like 17. I made these bags, and I never posted anything really from them since. I've been dabbling in the bag business. Well, not business, because I haven't sold anything. And have done these. So I'm going to show you what I gave away, or what I'm doing. This is one of them. This is not the one. It's sitting over there in a bag ready to send out. It has one of my patterns, which you'll see in a little while. And then this big old hunker right here, which has the stuff that I'm doing for my bag. This is not yours, this is mine. But I haven't finished it. So that's over there in a bag also. So I want to announce that Vicky, there was only 2 people that put in for the small bag. I will say that my husband's outside with the kiddie pool because guess what? We just had high winds, thunderstorms, and it just went all over the place. And my granddaughter will freak if she doesn't get to swim in her pool. Anyway, I do love this small bag. I have this pattern in it right now, as a matter of fact. I don't necessarily know that I enjoy it as much. I will probably tell you that congratulations, Vicky. There will only be probably 2 of these made. The one you have and the one I have. I don't necessarily, I just think because our patterns are so much, a little bit bigger than this, it only fits this size one. And you have to kind of like fold it under. I mean, if you want to use it for thread, absolutely go for it. And I will tell you the binding on these. Yes, I pick out all my stuff, okay? I'm a perfectionist, so please forgive me. Or not, I don't care. But these smaller bags are a lot harder to do the binding on. So, it was made with love, okay? It was made with love. So, Vicky, you were the winner of the little one. And then there were only 3 people that put in for the larger one. And I'm happy to say that Tamara, you got it, girl. So I will be sending these out. So please, Vicky and Tamara, if you could, please send me your information. I have my email address below and everything else, and I'll be happy to get these out to you. I'll be on vacation, so guess what that means? I have no excuses to go to the mailbox. So there we go. With that being said, I like getting off to a great start, right? First video of July, if I haven't mentioned that today is July 1st. I'm so excited. However, it does mean it's like 6 months into the year, and I don't even know where the first 6 months went to. Probably because I've just been taking care of children and doing stuff. I will get to life updates at the end because honestly, I really don't think any of y'all want to listen to me do this all day. So while I was semi-not busy, or whatever you want to call it, I was working on more bags, and I have this one, which I wished I had an extra one of this. I would gladly share, but I'm a huge Disney fanatic. I am sure many of you already know. I do not have a pattern in this bag, but here is the back of the fabric. Tell me how fantastic that is. I am a huge, Beauty and the Beast is probably one of like my favorite movies. My husband, I remember showing you guys this fabric like in I think video 16. This fabric, my husband picked out this yellow. Fabulous. Like he did it. What a he just did a great job. And I did fussy cut the front of this because I wanted, and it's not, we'll talk about that in a minute, because I really wanted this scene. I just think it has almost everything in it. It's got the castle, Belle, and the Beast, and the old lady, and this yellow does phenomenal. Plus, not to mention, I practiced some double zippers. What? Like, I just can't. And it worked out just fabulous. I don't know why I didn't. I just wanted to. I saw someone do a double zipper thing, and I can't. This is great. This is so cool. Now, if only just I would have had, like, zippered pulls that were, like, Disney or... gosh. I need to go back to the store to get some of this. My daughter, Alyssa, is with a gentleman, and her name is... That's for her. I'm not going to say anymore, because, you know, I'm doing for anyway. Her middle name. This is going to be perfect for her. And then my grandson was like, can I steal? He already stole another bag. I can't resist the grandchildren. You just can't do that. So with that being said, I went and I think you guys have already seen this too, but I made another one and I couldn't. And how stinking fabulous is this to be ready for the 4th of July? Like bound the whole 9 yards. I did. So I just love how this turned out. Wait, I'm trying to show you guys. Celebrate in God we trust. And on this side, when you flip it over, I mean, it worked out so fabulous. I just can't. So this one is going to find itself a home. So I want to hear what your plans are for the 4th of July. I'm hoping you get to watch this. I'm hoping I'm not going to do anything to, I'm not going to do anything like large, small, whatever. I just want to hear what you're going to do for the 4th of July. I am hoping you're spending it with your family. I'm hoping that you are enjoying everything, you know, there is about it. Fireworks, what is it that you love? Some people don't like fireworks because of their dogs. I did purchase different zippers. That made weird sound, didn't it? I did purchase different zippers. These came from Joann's. I ain't doing that again because I really do like my number 5 zippers so much better. They just seem to be better. But I'm going to use what I have at the moment, and I'll tell you why I'm going to do that. So I did kind of fussy cut this a little bit just so we have that, but I just can't. I love the fabric. It's just beautiful. So this one is going to go away to whoever, and I'll do like the YouTube picker. I would have done this one for y'all. However, I put everything in upside down or backwards, didn't I? No, it's upside down. And I wasn't going to take it all out, so I kept one for myself. I figure if you make the greatest mistakes, and this one actually has a zipper that comes from the left to the right. I really should go the other way. So, I'll take my mess ups. I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm all good with that. Practice makes perfect, right? So I do not have anything for those 2 bags to fill in there, but I'm sure by the time of the next video, that'll be all taken care of and all fabulous. So, I'm looking around because I still got a ton of shite going on. Maybe, should I work on plans? Should I work on plans? What should we work on next? No, we're going to work on new starts. Maybe? Yes. Okay, so I've actually had a couple. These were like my beginner bags I made in Alaska. I'm still using them. I just don't know what I'm going to do with them all yet. So we're going to work on plans, or I'm going to show you new stitches that I started. I can't remember what months I started them, and I was doing spin the wheel, and then I kind of was like, no, I just want to do this. And I just kind of like picked some things, and I just did it. Which I kind of find it funny that I started this with the recent trial that just took place and did everything else. But my daughter, 2 of my children, are they have always been a Jack Sparrow kind of gals. They love him. When my daughter saw the imitation Jack Sparrow in Los Angeles, that girl went nuts. Well, let me just say, I couldn't leave her. She was 16, and I couldn't even get her away from him. I had to pay the $10 so she could get a photo. I'm like, you do realize it's fake. She didn't care. So, purchased this when I lived in Alaska. It's from Mystic Stitch, and it is Captain Jack. I really fought with this one, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a fairly large one. I did it on 32 count, and there is no recommendation for 32 count on the bottom, but I did it anyway. Did a couple things, and it's still in the Q-snap because I was still working on it. And honestly, after I did it, I did this 2/2 with 2 strands. You're going to see a little bit here. And honestly, it really doesn't, I'm going to put this right like this so you kind of can't see. And it really doesn't look that bad. It looks actually fairly decent. So once I did a block of 100, I kind of like looked at it a little bit. This is kind of like his little mustache right there in the middle. That is this piece right here. Literally like, oh no, it's not his little goatee. So I would like to work on this a little bit more. It was actually kind of a fun stitch, even though I only got a couple hundred stitches into it. But I found a bag for him, and let me just tell you some floss. This doesn't have actually, has like, thought what was kind of interesting about this, I thought it would really just be black and white. It is not black and white. And my granddaughter's crying because she doesn't want to, she ain't hanging out with Papa. Literally, that's how many colors are in it. For a full, it's kind of an interesting, and they're all like violet, navy blue, avocado green, gray, lots of grays, and black and white. I was very surprised at those color combinations, but they're turning out really well, so I will not complain whatsoever. Okay, so there's the first start I did. Throw this to the side. The second one I did, which actually, I did spin the wheel for this one. You guys just didn't see it because I was trying to at least kind of keep up with whatever I was supposed to do. I've never stitched a prairie schooler in my life, but this one came up, and of course it would come up. It has Santa on it, and it's called The Night Before Christmas. So many people have stitched this. I've seen it all over the place, everywhere known to man, but I've never done it. So, guess what I did? I started mine, which honestly it was very cool. I wasn't so keen on it in the beginning because I was like, this isn't looking right. But honestly, to tell you the truth, I think it's fabulous. This is on 32 count antique white Lugana. I'm going to take this off and put it on the side. And here we are. I honestly really love this. I really do love this. It's so beautiful. Actually, I can do it this way, can't I? And I really think it'll be amazing. Those reindeer. So I have one more reindeer to do, which is going to be over here, right here. So it'll come out a little bit more this way. So it's going to be one more reindeer over here, and then of course then the house and the sleeping person, and yeah, the rest of it will all come into here. Yeah, I'm really super excited about this. I really think it'll be a lot of fun. And honestly, this was a quick stitch. Like, what I already got in here, I think was a night or maybe, and I've really, like I told you, I wanted to stitch a whole lot, so please forgive that. I just kind of wanted to stitch something new, and this was shortly after I got sick, and I just was getting tired of, like, not stitching anything, so it only got a couple days, if that. And, of course, that was when I didn't feel like not doing something, you know? So there was that one, and then did I even do this? No, this one's not even in there, so guess not. It was in the has to be stitch pile, however it just never got done, I guess. And the only one, you know what? I need to stop looking around. I keep looking around like I'm like, I just need to stop, but everything's like surrounding me. So there was two things actually that you never got to see in any of the other videos. And it's kind of strange because I try to work on these simultaneously all the time. Some of you only come here to check out my trick-or-treat HAED. And I feel very bad for not showing it in either one of the other 2 videos. I did work on it in April. I did work on it in May. In fact, it got a little bit of love. So hold on, because I think we're at, yes, we are at a couple of projects that literally haven't gotten any love yet. Well, they've gotten love, but I never showed them. Thank goodness that I stitch kind of sort of right here sometimes, so things are just kind of hanging around. My Trick or Treat HAED did get some love. I actually got, I think, 5,000 stitches in her, or more. I didn't really keep track. I am doing something a little bit different, so do not shoot me. I have a problem in this house. I have a cat who is, I think she's 16. Maybe she's the one that cries. The one that cried in the last video, or even the last 2 videos, maybe even the last 10. I feel like I had a lot of caffeine today. Do you see these things? This right here. Are you just clipping all this? I have a cat who will gnaw on every single strand of thread in this house. She will take her little claw if she sees something like this and will just continuously just, if my fabric is hanging around, she will claw at it until a piece of thread or fabric weave, something comes out of it so she can chew on it. I came back to this project and had some strands that were literally like this big. She's still alive. I do love this cat, but there are days that makes you wonder how much you really love your animal. Anyway, so I'm going to post a photo here of where I was last, and this is where I am now. And you are going to notice that there are very few. This is where I am now. Nope, come back over here. I'm actually so stinking close to a page finish right here. This, sorry, I'm like tilting it sideways and wrong. This right here is a page finish. I am so close to the page finish. But if you've noticed, I have brought all my threads down in. I am not, these ones I can't do anything about because they're from previous. I'm going to have to hide them somehow from her. And I try to put this in a bag every night or try to keep it off my Q-snap because she just takes it. She just goes to town and I can't do it anymore. So what I've done now is I've taken all of these threads and I've either come down and worked them. You can see where I've worked them in this area right here. I've also worked them. So this is pretty much the line that I have. I worked a ton here, brought everything up. So if anything happens, if anything's going on in this piece, I've purchased or I've brought in all my colors and moved them around. I've tried really hard to just find places to put them. And from now on, since this is my like go-to, that's what I'll do the whole time. I made it all the way to like right here. There's one block. I'm still doing the blocks of 100. However, the blocks of 100, now we're going to start filling out even more. I am still loving this piece. I got a lot of work done on it. Most of this area right here is blues. So you'll just see lots in this next, up until you get down to like right here. This is really where it starts changing, because then we start getting into the house. So when I start going back up over here, probably like right there, I will start seeing more of the house and castle. So super excited. I still think I've gotten really far compared to where obviously it was at the beginning of the year. So that will come out again this month. This will be part of my plans. This is not going to be, it's still in the plans. It's still in the works. The other project that got no love, or no, I didn't show anything to this, another one of my bags, is my 100 owls. I actually worked on this, so I really kind of got upset that I never showed anybody. So I'm really excited. I need to get back to it. I just haven't done anything, but I did work on it, and it has not been shown since. Let's see. I'm very happy with this. I really love this piece a lot. It is so stinking beautiful. It's just hard to try to find. So I got the next owl down below done. I do need a lot of work to catch up. So I should have said that I'll put it here where this is. And this is where we're at. Isn't she beautiful? She's stunning. Stunning! I love the work on this. I absolutely love the work on this. Why did I wait until now to start this? I have no clue, because I simply love it. I do love this. This will be coming out again, and it is in my plans for July. Maybe it's their sweet faces. I don't know. But I do love them. They're outside, just outside my window playing in their little pool. I guess my husband had to fill it up for her. So that leaves me with what my plans are going to be for July. What you're going to see is my plans that were going to be for June. However, as you all know, I have, maybe I don't know if I explained it. I explained this, and excuse me because I'm going to be reaching down more time. I explained this right here. What I did, I took all my WIPs, and over 12 months, I separated them. I pretty much have like 5 or 6 WIPs a month, because I wanted to touch every single one of my WIPs. However, I kept November open because it was my birthday month and I didn't know how I was going to do everything, but I got so sick. I didn't get COVID, but I got so sick that I just wasn't feeling well. A little life update, I'll just kind of like peruse through things. My granddaughter was in daycare. End of school came. My daughter Danielle came from Alaska. I took as much time as I could. I'm telling you, spending time with your family is like one of the most important things to do, and I never get to see them enough, and I don't think I stitched the whole entire time she was here. But when you live on an island in Alaska, you eat everything. I don't think there was one store she didn't go to eat or shop, because we live on an island, you don't get to do any of those things. So we just entertained and did things. I took her on her first Bigfoot adventure. Fabulous. Unbelievably fabulous. I can't really explain to you what happens in the woods because it's unexplainable. And yes, unexplainable things did happen to us. I don't know. We're going back out, obviously, and then we went to the ECBRO conference in Virginia, in Staunton, Virginia, and we went there, had a great time. I'm sure there's just more of things that are going to happen, and it was busy. My granddaughter is no longer in daycare anymore because, for one, I can't afford it, and thank goodness my daughter graduated. I am very excited for her, and I'm very proud of her. It's how do you explain life? Like, she was 15 when she found out she was pregnant with her daughter. COVID hadn't been a thing yet. Then COVID came, we're all remote, did everything else. She did things that most kids don't ever get a chance to do. Granted, she could have probably went to school and been normal like everybody else, and no one would have ever known she would have had a kid. That's just how kind of crazy COVID was. COVID just put you alongside everybody, and you just kind of like did your own thing. And it's easy to say, quit school, take care of your child. I didn't allow my daughter to do that. And I know that probably sounds harsh, and I know that probably sounds really ridiculous. She was so far behind on a few things when she was at home with a baby and COVID. But I harped and harped and harped, and I wanted her to do something that's not usually a realistic thing to do with having a child as a teenager. And she did phenomenal. We all made it through, and it's kind of hard to say that because sometimes I really feel like we all didn't, not unharmed, her whatever, but she made it. And those are high school is difficult. High school is so difficult. To imagine to have a child and go through school and do all that stuff, I commend every young mom out there. Congratulations. And all the graduates that graduated this year, it was nice to see them walk. It was nice to see all those things. So I took November and made that my June so that I could work on projects that had not been touched for the whole month. I kind of just needed the extra time. I felt very good after that. So this says June stitching. However, it is now July stitching. So I took all my projects that were in June and made them July and go from there. I think we'll just go with, this is going to probably be probably. This will be the most dimensions heavy month. I didn't realize it was going to be so ridiculous, but this is going to be a dimensions heavy month. This is the Cricket's Gold Collection. I'm working on this for my husband. I believe I saw somebody else working. So this is the Woodland Winter. Sambry Stitches, I think, is working on this for her husband. She and her husband just celebrated their anniversary. So this is really cool. What I did a little differently with this is I usually use fabric, the same fabric for this. I think it was a 16 count fabric that was used on it. For some reason, when I opened up this kit, I hated it. Normally it is crunchy. Normally I'm not a big, but I said, I think this is 32 count. I said I'm going to use some linen. Granted, my start's a little sparse. Won't go there, but, and this is how far I got. But I do love the stitches. The stitches are amazing. But I haven't gotten very far, so obviously this needs a little bit of love. This is going to get at least 500 stitches this month. That is my goal on this piece. We will see where we get with that. I'm not sure that that's going to be. So that was the Woodland Winter. This piece, can you guess what it is? Can you guess? I bet you didn't guess dimensions, did you? Well, if you didn't, you're wrong. Checking his list. This is probably, I think, one of the first stitches that I started doing the 10 by 10 block. And I fell in love with it. It's extremely organized. It's a wonderful way to stitch. I know not everybody loves it, but this is, it's amazing to me. I absolutely, and it's just, I don't have to count things. I don't have to do anything. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I got a lot of progress on this puppy. I love the stitches on this. So this is, and for anybody who gets anxiety over my parking skills, I'm sorry. I'll apologize now. Isn't he beautiful? Everybody knows I love Miss Santa. I think I can get it done. Well, okay, maybe I might be a little overzealous. But I can work on it. Doing this 10 by 10 block piece and the way I do it, it just makes it super easy. So I really think that it'll be a really good opportunity to get done. I do not know how far. Yeah, we'll do the side comparison. So obviously, here, whoops, where am I at? Here is pretty much almost done. I'm working on the tree outside of his bag, so that this will be the foot. And working on the top part of his boot. So really, there is not much left on this side that needs to be done. I think there is one more row, and then of course the top. And the top actually should be fairly different. I think the top is like half cross stitches. So, duh, Carey, come on. Actually, most of these trees will probably be half cross stitches too, so it'll probably go fairly quick. Because these trees are going to be like 4 and 5 strands, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to be pretty thick. So the 4 and 5 stranders usually take a long time. I do not know what name I will put in. So I may only stitch to like right here. Right to the bottom. So until I figure out what child's name will go there, I probably will never finish this. So, just so you know, I probably won't. Until they figure it out, or if someone votes yes, maybe when I finally get through all these stockings, I will be able to do so. Alright, the next one I have, which I absolutely love, I think some people already know how much I love Norman Rockwell. Ooh. I'm dropping everything. Excuse me if I'm making a ton of noise. But I have tons of these plastic containers and I need to be working on some project bags for myself. Okay, so I don't even know where I purchased this. This is an old piece. But it's called the Daily Prayer. It's literally the first one on the cover. I would love to get some good stitching in on this. this is a beautiful piece. I think I might have gotten to the boy's head. I didn't get as much done. Yeah, look. One long I think it's because I did some, like, mystery stitches or something, and so that's where I'm at. It's got some good stitching in there, but I'm, like, actually looking at it now going, am I at the top, back, or the front? Who knows? Lots of threads. As I was telling you guys in a previous one, yeah, did I do it in this one too? I think so. So I would park my threads up in, the actual color. Instead of searching to where the color would go next, I would just park it, and which is fine. However, that is not how I do anything anymore, and I do tend to like how I'm doing it now. If that makes any rudiment sense. Anyway, so that was another project that I started or am working on in July. What is this one? This one is Home for the Holidays, I do believe. Yeah. I think this is a Christmas in July episode, to tell you the truth. Even not meaning for it to be Christmas in July, but it's Christmas in July. I do remember getting quite a lot of this done, at least on the door. Get this in here really fast. Alright, sorry. Jeez, alright, whatever. You say, why is my nose gotta itch every dang time I get on television? On the YouTube. Oh, this one's really bad. Oh, Lord. It's gonna give me. So this is where I'm at with this one. I got the sled done, and this is the doorway, and this is parts of the trees. And you can see what I'm talking about with my threads. They're just not organized. So the next time you see this, hopefully you'll see that, like, just organized style that I just absolutely love. So still quite a lot of work is done. There's a lot of work in there. So that one is in there too. Put that one over here. Alright, is this one, did I even start this one, or is this one just supposed to be in here? Alright, well, I guess this is going to be a new start, and I'll show that in a minute, because I'm supposed to start them all together. Alright, this one's probably not as organized. Well, we're going to see. Try to pull this out. So I think I spend more time fixing either my mistakes or organizing the threads that I should have organized when I did it to begin with. So this is another stocking. I'm telling you, this is a Christmas in July episode, unbeknownst to myself, because I didn't think it was going to be. I just absolutely love snowmen. And look at the cardinals. You see the cardinals? Like, look at and the bunnies, and the squirrels, and the blue jays. Oh, I don't know what they ever did with their, Dimensions really has their stocking game. And I can't tell you if it's up, down, sideways, or what. I can't tell. I don't even know. I think that's buttons. I can't tell. So here you go. That's where I'm at. Hopefully, like I said last time, this hot messiness that you see here is going to fix itself. Of course, I'll fix it. And it'll be fairly organized, and hopefully a lot gets done. That's my guess. That's what I'm hoping for. My goal for this month. I've actually heard Tamara talk about this. I think she does 100 stitches a day or whatever. This is I normally do not get a chance to do that, but since I am on vacation for 2 weeks starting now, I did have plans to go do some things with some family and friends. However, that has been ixnayed. Some have had COVID, some have had other things, and honestly, I'm just... my husband now has to work, and yeah, so now I don't know. I'm really gonna go hiking, so be prepared for some photo bombing, like all throughout my videos or doing whatever. I'm gonna take advantage of the time that I've taken off. I either use or lose, and I would rather sit at home, stitch, go hike. I plan on doing it all. So yeah, and if it's super, super, super hot, I'm just gonna sit out inside and maybe drink a margarita and, well, maybe not drink and stitch. I think there should be a law against that. So the last thing for the month of July, not June, is Glendon Place, Someone We Love. I purchased this from Glendon Place in 2019 when they had a limited edition. I got an email and we just lost my husband's mom, literally a few months prior to. So I am going to work on this for either an hour a day, probably while I'm on vacation, an hour a day, or at least 100 stitches a day. I do like to stitch in the morning, and this really shouldn't take me that long. So we'll see. Our minds always tell us one thing, and then realization hits. Let's just pray I don't get sick. Really, that's the only thing that holds me up most of the time, and the fact that my granddaughter crawls all over me. But with that being said, this is where I'm at. So I do have, I'm telling you, I am in love with this thread. This thread is so amazing. The variegation in that is just, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I forgot what it was called. It's Dinky Dyes. I do believe it's, sorry, now I gotta look because I can't remember anymore. I just don't know what it is about this, but I love it. So yes, I keep some of my stuff in plastic bags, but there it is. And it is a Dinky Dye. And the color of it is a Dinky Dye Silk. And it is Bush Christmas. But I just absolutely, it goes from like these, holy, like, oh, look at that. All of the different, yes. You have floss police out there. Don't come for me. As long as it stays in the bag and it stays clean and my cat's not chewing on it, I'm a happy camper. Would I like to be able to do something different with it? Probably, but this is what it is. For my project. When I put it away, it'll probably be stored very beautifully. Anyway, so when I purchased this, I got all of the Dinky Dyes and other threads. What were the other ones? So it was Dinky Dyes and... did I get the beads for this too? It just goes to show you how long it's been since I don't think I did. Did I get the beads for this? I might have, and they're just not. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, okay. They're just, let's see, I got all the packs for it. So all the beads, aren't they gorgeous? Oh, my goodness. Love, love, love. So, will she be beaded? Will she get done? There's just a lot of questions, and I don't have a lot of answers. But guess what? Today starts July 1st, and I haven't put a stitch in anything today. Probably because I really wanted to get my videos out, and I wanted to get some things done, and wanted to get my videos. I'd already said that, didn't I? Well, anyway, I wanted to get my videos up, and I wanted to get just some things going, and feel productive and finally get things just where they need to be. You know, new day, new start, new month, the whole 9 yards. So this is going on the Q-Snap probably after I get done talking with y'all. Stitching and editing, that's what you're going to do because it takes hours to edit. And then the only thing, so that wraps up all my stitching plans for the month. I do have a goal of wanting to finish that so bad. So we'll see what happens. So my new start there'll probably be many more. You'll see in upcoming videos, of course. But my new start for the month is going to be June. Yeah. By the Cricut Collection. Obviously, after working on winter, I'm loving this. There's some flags, like some summer flags. There's a flip-flop. There's a cake. I don't know. There's just a bunch of things in here. There's there's little hedgehogs in there. So I am going to start this, and I'm going to be stitching it on, which I already had in my stash, which I'm so super excited about. This is Bright Lugana, and it's from Picture This Plus. Check it out. Ooh. Here, hold on. I actually saw that there the color's a little bit better. So it's supposed to be like a purplish is what they used, but I like this pinkish. I think it'll still work out really, really well. I mean, it's not totally, it's like a pinkish purple. So that's what I'm going to stitch this on. So we're going to see what happens with that. And then I think, really, honestly, that is all. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited. So please comment below on how you're going to spend the 4th of July, or at least how you'd want to. I know some people don't even get a chance to spend with their families. My wish for the 4th of July is, and probably every holiday from here until I'm no longer with us, is to have all my girls together. I have not had all my girls together since we left Alaska in 2018. And when we did, one had COVID, and when we went back to Alaska, so we never got them all together. However, at least we were all on the same island. That was a bonus. With that being said, enjoy your holiday. Please be kind to one another. I have done so much reflecting on my own life in the last month or so, and where I'm wasting my own time doing certain things, and no, YouTube's not one of them. That's not why I didn't come back right away. This is actually an outlet for me. I don't talk crafts. I don't talk sewing. I don't talk. My husband is amazing. He will come up and be like, oh, is that a new project? Or he'll at least try to be involved and ask questions about like what I'm doing, and which is super nice. But that's it. Like, I don't have an outlet. So thank you for being my outlet. Thank you for spending so much time with me. I know you have other places to be, and I know you have other things to do, but I appreciate you spending that time with me. With that being said, this one was 42 minutes. If I would have put the other two in here, we would have been here for 2 damn hours. So, I'll probably see you guys in a couple weeks. I do plan on coming back to you with probably a large update. I'm so super excited to see where I get in a couple weeks, especially with time off and I don't have to work. This is such a huge thing. Hopefully to tell you about my hiking adventures. My husband doesn't have to work the first week that I'm on vacation, so I will pretty much be hiking by myself. But that's okay. I'm used to it, actually. I really do enjoy the woods a lot. So, you guys have a fabulous weekend. Have a long, luxurious weekend. Spend it with your family. If you don't get to spend it with your family, I hope you find someone to enjoy your time with. So, bless everybody. God bless you. And I hope you guys have an amazing, stitchy couple weeks till I see you again. Bye.